Hey, this is Dante McLean, and congratulations to getting to this point. Now, we are going to be covering how to set up your basic sales funnel, and this is going to be on Facebook, all right? Now, if you haven't completed the previous videos, please stop now and go back. We're going to be going over step by step on how to actually set up your Facebook ad campaign. So if you don't have all the material that we need, so you didn't do your homework from the last video, then there's no point in moving forward right now. But if you are finished with all that content and you have everything ready, congratulations, and let's go ahead and jump right in. Okay, so the things you are going to need to get started is your Facebook ad account. You're going to need your pixels installed on your entire funnel. You're going to need your funnel links ready. You're going to need your freemium offer finished, of course, and your offer. Last video we covered copywriting a little bit and how to structure a Facebook ad campaign as far as testing. So we're going to be moving into that. So you're going to need your 3 big idea copies, 2 ad images to start. We'll move forward after we finish this test, and then 1 retargeting ad copy for your freemium and 1 retargeting ad copy for your offer. Now this is going to be everything you need to move forward and get your campaign up and rocking. So to give you an overview again of your basic sales funnel, Shailene went over this in a previous video, but we're going to be driving people off of Facebook. So we're going to start with our Facebook ad on the left, and we're going to be moving them to our freemium landing page. And after they get our freemium, we're going to follow up with a series of emails, and those series of emails are going to push them to our offer. All right. So this is a basic sales funnel. Now there are opportunities within this sales funnel to actually retarget people who have opted in for our freemium landing page with our offer. So we're going to be 1, setting up our freemium landing page, and 2, we're going to be retargeting the people who haven't bought our offer yet and moving them from Facebook to actually purchase from us. Okay. And so the way that looks is going to be like this. And if this seems a little overwhelming or confusing as I'm going through it, do not fret. I'm going to be allowing you to look over my shoulder as I set this up step by step. So I just want to give you a 30,000 foot view for now. And as we go through this, after I cover the overview, all your questions will be solved pretty quickly. So on the left, we have our freemium. And our campaign objective, we remember from last video, we talked about campaign objectives, things like clicks, conversions, page likes. If you have an app, you can promote those. So high level overview, we have our campaign objective is going to be conversions, because we want to use Facebook's algorithm to target the correct people. And Facebook will learn over time as we get more and more leads who to target and then who is less likely to convert. So Facebook's actually going to be doing a lot of the learning for us. So this is a really good thing to set up on the front end. And the objective is just to drive high quality clicks to our offer, our freemium. And under that, you're going to see the 3 ad sets that we discussed in the previous video. We have copy 1 and ad set 1. We're going to be using that targeting template that we discussed as well. We're using all the information that you took from developing your lifer, and we're going to use that as our targeting template that we covered in the last video. And always, 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 we want to exclude anyone who's purchased, because we don't want to be wasting money on someone who has already bought from us. And placement is going to be mobile, and we're going to spend $5 a day. We're going to start small and look to scale big once we're making money. All right, so ad set 2 is going to be the same. We're just changing copy 2, and we're going to use that same targeting template, exclude placements, and placement's going to be mobile, and spend's going to be $5 a day. Ad set 3, right below that, same thing, just copy 3. So we're going to be using a different copy, and copy 1, 2, and 3 are going to go head to head against each other. And it's going to be like a giant game of Survivor. So anyone who is doing well for us will stay on the island, and then anyone who isn't making us money or is out of the performance metrics that we want, then they get shooed off the island, and basically we don't use them anymore. And then at the bottom we have ad 1, 2, and 3, which are going to correlate with ad 1, 2, and ad set, so ad set 1, ad set 2, and ad set 3 respectively. And all we're doing is just testing those copies that we just discussed, okay? So freemium is on the left, and then if we move over to the right, for your offer, we're going to have our campaign objective is going to be a little bit different. We're going to be using clicks. Now, we don't need Facebook's giant algorithm to figure out who to target and who not to target, because anyone that is getting these sets of ads, they're already going to be our warm market, quote unquote, because they've opted in for our freemium. So we're only going to be targeting people who have opted in for our freemium. So we don't need this algorithm because the audience is going to be small to start, but over time it'll get bigger and bigger as you have more and more people opting in for your freemium. So the top of the funnel, we fill that up with more and more people, and then at the bottom we'll be able to get more and more sales. Okay, so the objective of targeting for the offer is going to be just to drive sales. And so we'll have two ad sets for this campaign. Ad set one is going to be anyone who visited our website, so our offer, freemium offer page, in the last 30 days. And we want to make sure we exclude anyone who's purchased, always. And the placement's going to be mobile. We're going to spend $5 a day. And then right below that, we have ad set 2. And that's going to be targeting anyone who has abandoned cart over the last 14 days. So you want to have specific messaging for people who have showed some type of almost purchase intent. So they went to your offer page, they clicked on your ad, they're viewing that your sales page on your offer, they said, okay, add to cart, and they didn't end up buying. So we want to have special copy and targeting and messaging for people in those cases, okay? And we're exclude people who purchased, always, and placement's going to be mobile, spend's going to be $5 a day. And on the bottom, for ad set 1, we're going to do one single ad, and then for ad set 2, ad 2 is going to be a carousel ad. I really like carousel ads. Carousel ads are just ads that have multiple images, and then you can put different text and copy under each of the ad images to tell a story and really build up the value of what that offer that we're trying to sell can bring, okay? And so that's what we're going to be accomplishing for that. All right, so now we're going to move off of this presentation. We're going to move over to Business Manager, and within Business Manager, we're going to begin setting up our campaign. But step 1 is going to be our pixels are installed, but we need to set up custom conversions so Facebook knows what to count as a lead and then what to count as a sale for us. So we need to tell Facebook this information. And I want to show you really quick what my document looks like from the homework from yesterday. I just made it as easy as possible. I have my links that we talked about you need for this setup. So I have my links for my freemium, I have my links for my offer, and then I have all the copy. So we have the top text, the image, so I know what is the headline and the subtext, and then I have the different angles, which you don't necessarily need to do, but having a document like this just makes it a lot easier for you to flow through and begin setting up your campaign. All right, so like I said, step 1 is going to be setting up your custom conversion. So top left, once you're in Business Manager, you can navigate from anywhere, just go to custom conversions. And there are more complex ways of setting this up, but it requires tweaking code. So I've already set these up. I'm going to delete these so that you can look over my shoulder as I do this, okay? So step 1 is going to be create your custom conversion here. And you want to keep this the same, URL contains. And the first thing we're going to do is our freemium. And so what Facebook is asking right here in this slot right here is what URL needs to fire for you to count that as a conversion, okay? So that's all they're asking for right here. So if they went to our landing page, we don't want to count that as a lead because that would screw us up. So any click would count as a lead. That would be really confusing for us. But if they went to the thank you page, that means they had to have entered in their email address. So we want to make sure to count that as a conversion. So telling Facebook what to do. So we're going to put that URL in. We're going to choose a category. We'll count that as a lead. And then we're going to hit next. And then we just want to name it. So this is going to be our freemium. Freemium. That's sheet. Cool. And hit create. And then the next thing is going to be our offer. So we have 2 steps for here because we want to make sure that we are understanding where the order page comes in and then how many people are going to the order page. But we also want to make sure we know how many people are actually buying our product. So we're going to do both. So first thing, create new custom conversion. I'm going to grab my link here for the order page. We're going to paste that. And we're going to do add to cart. And so I'll do add to cart, FB ads course. Boom. Easy stuff. Next is going to be our last one. And that's going to be order confirmation. So URL contains, we're going to put in that last URL. So this is going to be anyone who's purchased, okay? And then hit next. And then purchase FB ads course. And then you can actually set a conversion value, which is really cool. So you can let Facebook know how much this course is worth. So whatever your offer is worth, say it was $99, you can put that. And Facebook will begin tracking that for you. All right, so that is the setup of your custom conversions, but there is one last step. If you can see on the right here, it says no activity yet, which is really bad when you're setting up a campaign. You always want to make sure your pixels are green because that means Facebook is actively tracking. So there has been, in my newbie days, times where I wouldn't check if these were green and set up properly, and I somehow messed up on setting up the pixels and it completely messed up the metrics for the campaign, which is a disaster. So you don't want that to happen. So let's just take a few steps. All you need to do is launch the page because the pixels are installed. So I'm gonna launch each one of these pages really quick. So those 3 are loading. So they have all loaded. Now I'm going to refresh this on the Facebook side of things. And now they are all active, okay? So you want to make sure your campaign's pixels are active so that you can move forward from here. Now those are all set up, we are going to move into one last piece of the pixel game, and that's going to be in the top left. We're going to go to all tools, hover over and go to pixels right here under assets, and we need to create an audience, and we need to create the audience to be able to exclude people who visit specific pages. So we're going to click on this cool button right here, go to people who have visited specific web pages, and then URL contains. Let's see, let's get our document, and it's going to be our order confirmation page. So URL contains, and then our order confirmation page, and this is going to be purchased our FB ads course, or whatever your offer name is. Okay, very important step because we want to make sure that we're not targeting people with ads who've already purchased from us. So with this, we can go ahead and move forward. All right, so we're going to go top left again, and we're going to move into the beast Power Editor. And so this is going to load, and now Power Editor allows us to create bulk ads very quickly. And as you're looking over my shoulder, you'll see how quick this is compared to what I call the self-serve ad tool. So just bear with me, Facebook, if this is your first time on Power Editor. It's really simple. There's a lot of buttons, but just make sure you're pressing all the ones that I'm pressing. So create campaign right here in the top left. And the first thing we want to do is name our campaign. Okay, so as you create new offers and create new campaigns, it can get very confusing if you slack on this. If you just name this, say like traffic, that's not going to do you a lot of good in the long run, especially if you have 100+ campaigns in your account over time. So just take a little bit of time to go ahead and name this correctly. So right now we're going to name this freemium FB ads. And then we will say this is conversions, because we are targeting for conversions. So campaign objective, like we just said, we're going to target conversions right here. So at the bottom, our ad set name, your ad set revolves around your targeting. So if you know your targeting, then you can go ahead and name your ad set name. And so ours is going to be targeting people in the US. I know we're targeting males, so M for males, F for females, 25 through 49. And then the rest is going to be that targeting template, which I know about targeting. So I'm going to put targeting template. And the last step is going to be copy one. So we're going to have 3 of these. So we have 3 ad sets, 3 ads. So 1 ad under each ad set. And to make this easy, ad name 1 is going to be copy 1. All right, so I'm going to hit create. And then we're going to move into actually creating this bad boy. So campaign, all set. Now we got to move into the ad set level. So up top, go ahead and click the ad set. Move into this pencil and hit edit. All right, step 1 is choosing your pixel. So now we are dealing with the freemium, so we want to make sure it's the freemium pixel right here. And you always want to make sure it's green. You can get in a lot of trouble if you slack on that part. So if it is red, make sure you go and launch the page, the success page, so the thank you page after someone opts into the freemium, to make sure that's green, okay? Next step, we want to change the budget. We said $5 a day. And then after that, if you see this little thing where it says new audience, click this drop down, and then it'll go into the targeting template that we created in the last video, just to save us a ton of time. Now we're going to edit our placement, and we're going to go to mobile only. On the Facebook side of things, click the drop down, because there's a lot of things that usually go under it. So instant articles, we're going to uncheck. Instagram, we're going to uncheck. And audience network, we're going to uncheck. And we're just going to deal with mobile traffic in the news feed. Keep it easy peasy. All right, and then the last steps, optimize for delivery. We're going to keep this on conversions, and the conversion window we're going to keep at 7 days, and then the bid we're going to keep automatic. All right, and so that is it as far as the targeting. Actually, I'm sorry, I missed one step, the important step. We got to edit this targeting template, because there's one thing that I did miss when creating my targeting template, and that was the exclusion of people who purchased. So that's the one that we just created. So purchase Facebook ad course. So we are excluding that, and then hit update. And voila. So our ad set is ready. Now we're going to move into creating our beautiful, beautiful Facebook ad. So the actual creative, what people see on Facebook. Now I'm going to change the page to my own page for now. And we're going to do an ad or image, single image ad, and go down to here, select our image. Now I have my image already uploaded, which makes it easy. And it's the perfect Facebook ad cheat sheet, looking slick, looking sly. Next step is we need our landing page URL. So we're going to go ahead and copy this, paste this URL in here. So make sure it's the landing page for your freemium. Our display link, we're going to keep the same, it's fine. Let's see, it's actually pulling up ClickFunnels. So we're going to just copy this and paste it here. So this is just a vanity URL. Sometimes when you use ClickFunnels or other platforms, it'll pull that. So you want to make sure that it's a little bit cleaner, looks a little bit more professional using your actual domain name, which is here. But because it's hooked up through ClickFunnels, it's pulling that information. Just a small little tidbit to have your campaigns perform a little bit better. So text, we are going to pull that from copy one. Okay, so right now we're running a copy test, the big game of Survivor, to see what copy is going to win our love through making us money. So I need to paste the URL here because it says URL, and I'm going to copy the headline. And I'm not going to have a description because this isn't big enough to even host my full headline. So as we move into other copy tests and other tests with different placements like Instagram, we wouldn't have a headline, but with desktop newsfeed, this headline would fit for that placement. Okay, and so this is going to be our cheat sheet. So if it's a downloadable item, you can hit download. Learn more is always good. Sign up could work. But for now, I'm just going to do learn more. All right, and so that is it for our copy one. Now I'm going to head back over to the ad set level and I'm going to duplicate this, because if you remember here, we did ad set one. We have copy one with our targeting template. We excluded people who purchased. We're only doing mobile, $5 a day. Now we need to do the same exact thing, but for copy 2 and 3, for ad set 2 and 3. So we're going to go ahead and duplicate this 2 times. Just change this 1 to 2, hit create, and watch the magic happen. So that has been duplicated. What you want to do immediately is rename this. So I'm going to rename this to copy 2, rename this to copy 3, just to stay organized. And then I'm going to click on the ad set name and select it. Unselect this. Let's see. I'm trying to see what ad is associated to which. Okay, so this usually stays in order. So copy 3, 2, 1. So this should be copy 3. Should be copy 2. And then copy 1. All right, so now all we need to do, so our ad sets are finished, our campaign level is finished. Now for the freemium side of things, we need to just copy or edit copy 2 and then edit copy 3. So we're going to stay on copy 2 for now. We're going to edit it, or you can hit edit. There's buttons everywhere to go to the same place, and then scroll down. We're going to keep everything the same. It's just all we're changing, you guessed it, the copy. So copy this, boom, here, like that. I like adding spaces between my text just to make it not look like a chunk of text. Little copywriting technique. And I'm going to take my headline, I'm going to steal my headline and copy that there, and let's see how it looks so far. Alright, so looking good, and then I'm going to place my newsfeed description there, and that's it for copy 2. So this is what the ad unit would look like. And then for the last one, we have copy 3. Scroll down, and then I'll scroll down on here and take this, just copy and paste it. And we did all the hard work in our last video to make this as easy as possible, like I said before. Take our headline and then our description. And that is it, guys. Really easy. So each of the ad sets has one ad in it. These will run simultaneously, so you want to make sure that these are all on. The last step with Facebook and Power Editor is you have to, nothing is official until you send it off to Facebook. So you have to hit this cool little green button in the top right. This will shoot off to Facebook's review team. Once everything looks good, they'll actually allow your ads to be shown, and then over time we'll collect data and then we'll move from there. But make sure you hit this green review button once everything is done. And then that is it for the freemium side of things, okay? So this left pillar is all set. Now we have to move over to the right pillar, and this is going to allow us to make actual sales through retargeting the people who have already opted in to our freemium offer.